Hallo zusammen, mein Name ist Abatog und heute spielen wir das beste Spiel der Welt, StarCraft 2 Visual Novel. Wir setzen da an, wo wir beim letzten Mal aufgehört haben. Sehr überraschend, ich weiß. Und zwar direkt nachdem der Protoss uns den Arsch versohlt hat. Okay. I don't have long to sulk in defeat before the KPGA player makes his way over to me without a smirk. As promised, Jet is nowhere to be seen. Oh Gott, wer hatte ich die Stimme von dem? Ich weiß es gar nicht mehr. Probieren wir es mal so. Hey, you actually know how to play. Wasn't expecting that. I'd have to try. It is a compliment, regardless of how condescendingly he said it. Though it is difficult to be graceful in defeat, I try my best anyway. Oh mein Gott, er wird doch wohl nicht am Ende zu einem guten Verlierer werden. I played my game the best I could, kept vision on you, dropped when I could. But it wasn't enough. Sucks, man. It's one thing to lose carelessly, but it's another when everything goes as planned and you fail anyway. His grin darkens to one without humor. Is this guy serious? What the hell is your problem? Schlägerei, Schlägerei. You demand a game and whine when you get a little pushback. Look who is talking. Everyone knows your type. The foreigner out to make a name for himself. You fly out here on a whim and waste 6 weeks training. You are the first and unfortunately you are not the first and unfortunately won't be the last. Your plane ticket doesn't buy you the right to call yourself a pro gamer. Save your money and your time and go back home. Außerdem bin ich ein riesiges Arschloch. Komm damit zurecht oder geh weg. I feel the heat rise in my face, half in anger, half in embarrassment. I've never dealt well with confrontation. But before I can say anything else, Jet steps out from around the corner and cuts between the two of us. Still great at making friends, huh, Bold? He gazes between the two of us, surprised. After a moment's pause, the so-called Bold sees back his smirk and meets Jet with a step forward. Been a while, hasn't it? What's a supposed Star League champion doing with trash like this? Bold looks past her and tilts his head towards me. I take a step toward him, but an open palm from Jet stops me from going any further. Keine Schlägerei, ich bin enttäuscht. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Jumping ship to a scene bloated with foreign money has its upsides, but it won't be long before you forget the dignity of a pro gamer. The dignity of a pro gamer, huh? You make it sound so disgusted. You've changed for the worse, and I don't even realize it. How sad. Shouldn't be much longer until the KPGA finally accepts that there's no future in Brood War. You're smart enough to know what happens then. But hey, the scene could always use more casters. Ist das eine Beleidigung? Wahrscheinlich. Es ist nämlich tatsächlich relativ üblich, dass Profispieler, nachdem sie sich so halb zur Ruhe gesetzt haben, ins Casterlager wechseln, wenn sie halt nicht mehr gut genug zum Spielen sind oder nicht mehr die Zeit haben, auf dem professionellen Level zu trainieren. Bin gespannt. Whatever you say. For the record, what excuse did you give your coach for another day off? VIPs is a little more lax than shocked he won. but I might want to borrow it someday. Hä? VIPs, a little more lax than Shock T1. Okay, Team 1 ist wahrscheinlich etwas weniger streng als Team 2. Okay. But I might want to borrow it someday. Vielleicht will sie auch mal einen Tag frei machen. Keine Ahnung. At that, Bolt scowls. Jet doesn't waste the opening and strikes again. The opening and strikes again. Don't worry, Dong Sang. Your secret's safe with me. Run along now. I'm sure you got coins to flip or something. Ich habe echt viel Spaß mit dem Spiel. Das gefällt mir. The standoff lasts a moment longer before Bolt lets out a lazy shrug, instantly killing off the intense in his expression. I've got better things to do than... Oh Gott. Vielleicht sollte ich Sänger werden. Das klingt gut. I've got better things to do than offer advice to a monthly chobo. Do what you want, kid. He thumbs his nose at me and returns his station without another word. Thumbs his nose, lol. As soon as Bolt's out of sight, Jet takes my arm in a vise and practically drags me away. You had the game won. What the hell was that? An SCV pull at 15 minutes? Is this what they teach you on the NA servers? NA, North America. Even after a heated confrontation, her concern is with the match before anything else. I almost laugh. Almost. My drops crippled him. I thought it would be enough to end the game. So build units for 2 minutes and then go roll him? Don't be so damn impatient. Your upgrades were late too. Her pointed critique diffused the tension from moments prior, even if it doesn't exactly make me feel any better. Das ist sinnvolle Kritik. Nimm sie an. Denk drüber nach. Schau deine Replays. Irgendwie sowas. Die Frau hilft dir. Er ist so undankbar. When she's done going through my long list of mistakes, Jet flicks hand back and towards the PC. Come on, queue up a game against me. Okay, cool. Darf ich das nochmal spielen? Oh, ich würde ja schon gern... Achso, okay, er lehnt ab. Hätte ja schon gern jetzt geguckt, ob ich ihre Hinweise irgendwie im Spiel anwenden kann. Warum gähne ich heute so viel? So langweilig ist das Spiel gar nicht. Ich spiele das echt gerne. Sehr eigenartig. Vielleicht muss ich mehr schlafen. Ich habe ja heute auch nur bis 12 oder so geschlafen. Schon sehr, sehr kurz. Okay. Machen wir was Wichtiges. I told Jet that I wasn't feeling up to practice after we played a few more one-sided games. She seemed annoyed, but agreed with my suggestion to take a short break. Back in high school, I used to spend most of my time at the library when class was over. To be honest, this is probably the most time I've willingly spent outside of my room since then. An dieser Stelle möchte ich mal einwerfen, dass richtige Pro-Gamer in der Regel auch viel Sport machen, weil das viele sitzen vom PC und dass sich das ganze Zeit lernen und geistig und mit Reflexen auf der Höhe bleiben, erfordert einen fitten Körper. Wenn er nicht regelmäßig Sport macht, degeneriert er halt total und kann dieses hohe Niveau nicht halten. Deswegen gibt es auch relativ wenige dicke Pro-Spieler, weil tatsächlich die meisten sehr viel Sport machen. Klar gibt es welche, da hilft Sport nicht, machen wir uns nichts vor, aber das ist der Grund, warum viele doch sehr viel Sport machen. I'm not the type to read for fun or study delightedly, but it was nice to have a place to go and be on my own. I've missed those afternoons since I graduated. But Golden Zone Fire is a good replacement hangout, as I could hope for. It's clean and comfortable, and has pretty much everything that I would need to stay for 24/7. That isn't an exaggeration. Some of the patrons here look practically glued to their chairs. With a milk tea from one of the vending machines in hand, I return to my seat across from Jet. She isn't wearing the same skull from earlier, but I can tell she'd rather be practicing. She would rather be practicing. What are you drinking? She snatches up the can across from her and takes a long sip. Coffee. What kind of coffee? Coffee is coffee. I don't drink sugary junk. And for the record, it's obnoxious to challenge someone that you don't know to a match. Is it really such a big deal? I just wanted a practice game against a good player. Seems harmless. Do you know those types that stream snipe and start shit on messaging boards so that people pay attention to them? Stream Snipe, sollte ich vielleicht kurz erklären, wundert mich, dass das ehrlich gesagt nicht erklärt ist. Du suchst dir einen Streamer raus, der halt gerade Spiele spielt und versuchst, in seine Spiele reinzukommen. Dann kannst du nämlich parallel auf dem zweiten Bildschirm sehen, was er tut. Das hat zwar bei Twitch einen Time Delay von um die 20 Sekunden, aber du weißt halt trotzdem, was hat er vor 20 Sekunden getan. Du hast die ganze Zeit ein Gespür dafür, was tut er und kannst damit deine Scouting-Informationen sehr gut ergänzen. Das ist, wie man hier raushört, keine respektable Praktik, um an Siege zu kommen. Und wird, ja, als sehr negativ und unsportlich eingestuft. Vollkommen zu Recht, wie ich finde. More than a few come to mind. That's you, except you did it in real life. Cut me some slack. How do you know that guy anyway? His name is Bald? Yes, he plays for Shock T1. Okay, offensichtlich ein Team, wie ich vorhin vermutet hatte. Shock, huh? Bald must be a new recruit. I haven't paid much attention to them or any other Brood War team since StarCraft 2 came out. But he definitely wasn't on their roster a year ago. Ich weiß gar nicht, wie lange man durchschnittlich in einem Pro-Team bleibt. Aber ein Jahr ist demnach relativ kurz. Ich frage mich, ob das noch aktuell ist, die Einschätzung. Right, but how do you know him? Jet clicks her tongue and breaks her glaze away from me. I silently appreciate the reprieve from her death glare. If you must know, he and I went to the same middle school. I was in the class above him. Huh, okay. I was thinking he might have knocked you out of a tournament or something. No, I've never played him in a Star League. You don't need to overanalyze everything. Silence falls between us, while Jet nurses what remains of her drink. I can't tell if she's really into the coffee, or if she's just trying to find something to occupy her lips, other than our conversation. I doubt Jet spends much time at the PC banks, given that she's got a team house to practice from. I should consider myself lucky that she'd make time to come out here at all. Das wäre ein guter Zeitpunkt, sich bei ihr zu bedanken. Nutze die Gelegenheit. You know, It makes serious sense for you to focus on qualifying for VSL, right? I blink myself from my thoughts to meet Jet's intense stare. What do you mean? What's the point of us meeting up to practice then? No, I'm not saying... Listen. Hey, listen. I want to round up... Listen. I want to round up some players. For what? For VSTL. Team League? But you are already on a team. Schade, dass ich kein Native Speaker spreche. Mich würde nämlich interessieren, diese abgekürzten Formen wie your in dem Fall, die gibt es halt, soweit ich weiß, nur im geschriebenen Text. Nach meinem Verständnis. Das heißt, man spricht die Sachen halt eigentlich aus. So kenne ich es zumindest. Ich weiß es nicht. Ich würde das aber gerne wissen. Mal gucken. Vielleicht google ich das nachher, wenn ich motiviert bin. Yeah. Yeah. She wavers, considering whether or not to tell me what I've already figured out. You're leaving VIP? Jet's eyes jump to mine. Brows raised in surprise and then furrowed in annoyance. She's been on VIP for almost a year and is by far the team's best player. Das gründet sie eigens, ich bin gespannt. Management barely pays us and nobody is motivated. They're worse than bad. They're complacent. I want a fresh start. Hey, I'm not guilting you. It just isn't something I expected to hear. Do you have a team house picked out? No, not yet. What about a coach? No. Okay, ich sehe schon, wir sind auf dem Höhepunkt der Organisation. Well, do you have players in mind? Look, it's a work in progress, okay? Sehr gut. Finde ich super. Hey, ich will ein Team starten und du, Ausländer, der du gegen jeden verlierst, den ich kenne, willst mein erstes Teammate sein. Ist ein bisschen wie in Batman Begins. Ja, aber Batman, wie viele sind wir denn? Jetzt sind wir 2. Oder, ich bin nicht sehr gut darin, das nachzumachen. Die Szene in Commissioner Gordons Büro. Sehr gut. Und ich glaube, Gordon hat da denselben Gesichtsausdruck, wie ich mir jetzt gerade bei Mach vorstelle. You can't be serious. You have to be kidding me. Okay, aber wir meinen es vollkommen ernst. Wir sind hochmotiviert und werden StarCraft-Profi. Haha. I edge away from her glare and raise my hands defensively. Okay, I won't ask again. For a while, silence. Jet does her best to avoid eye contact, but I can't tell. She is thinking hard about something. Just as I'm about to rise to replace my milk tea with another, she speaks. You know about all those new foreign teams popping up recently, right? Yeah. What about them? Isn't it strange? They are worse than almost every Korean squad. Yet most of them have more sponsors. Well, there are a lot of esports fans outside of Korea these days. People want to support their hometown heroes. Mach soll das Maskotchen werden. I don't think it is that simple. What? Where would the money came from, if not the fans? Idiots. What? Idiots. Idiots that call themselves investors. Idiots that throw away money keeping mediocre players afloat because it makes him feel good inside for whatever reason. Well, she and Bert agreed on one thing, at last. Okay, are you going to find some idiots to sponsor you? No. Well, she takes a long moment to reconsider her answer. Und das benutzen wir als Cliffhanger. Hooray! Wir speichern hier schön. So, speichern. Wundervoll. Okay, ich hoffe, das hat euch gefallen. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Ich freue mich schon. Tschö.